In today's episode of Josh Paints, I have a real treat for you guys. This is actually gonna be a good video for the first time in many videos, because I'm gonna try and make it all in one day so it all makes sense to me when I go to edit it together. First, I gotta get Arlen's truck out of my wash bay because it doesn't need to be washed, and we have a truck that needs to be washed. So let's go ahead and do a cold start. It is currently a crisp 65 and very humid here in Missouri. Let's go ahead and crank this thing up and see if it starts. Oh gosh! Story time with Josh. We used to hate when we went to shows. Dad had a white truck and we'd park it, and you dare not start that truck because you don't want soot over everything once everything was clean. And I think it was in Wildwood. It was like 2 a.m. We're done cleaning, and the guy beside us they were having a party. They decided to fire up their truck and just redline the dang thing. I mean, just brah, 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 over and over and over. And I remember Dad, he wasn't too happy about it, because in the morning, the entire white truck was covered in soot, and obviously being in Florida, it gets damp in the morning. So we basically had to re-clean the entire truck. Those were the good old days, like probably 15 plus years ago, maybe, yeah, at least 15 years ago. I remember it like it was yesterday. Getting prepped for our next big project. It's kind of a field find. Found it in a field. Got a little bit of work to do to get it out of the field, so I'm gonna go ahead and get Justin to help me because I'm gonna need a cameraman. Let's go get Justin. Got my cameraman along. We're gonna go ahead and drive out into the field and see if we can get this truck started. Did you bring some jumper cables? I hope you did. You're just a cameraman. I can't afford you to also do that stuff, you know? What's he doing? So what we have here is our field find. It is a 1982 International CO 9670. I think the CO stands for cab over engine, but I could be wrong. Cue the cinematic drone shots. Get the drone. So let's do a little walk around, see what we got going on here. Clearly this truck has been sitting here for a very long time, and this is definitely a field find because, oh my gosh, there's a tree growing up through the frame. Like we've never seen that before. Come on, guys. This frame is in immaculate condition. A little surface rust, but there's no like deep crevices or anything, so it's gonna be really easy for me to clean up. By me, I mean my brother's gonna sandblast it and I'm gonna paint it. Let's go check out the front end of the truck. A short 135 inches later, we are now at the front axle. Pretty cool. Let's check the interior. I must point out that this grill is in perfect shape. I will be polishing it out and making it look nice, but thankfully it's in good shape because when these get damaged, they're really hard to replace or find or straighten out. I thought the air would be drained out of the tanks by now. We still got an air leak, so we'll do the interior tour later. Right now we gotta see if it starts. did bring some jumper cables just in case it doesn't start, but like most field find and barn find videos, I'm sure the battery will be just fine. Got Zach pressure washing the truck. I've been working on the bogie again. I know that like a month ago I said I was working on the bogie again, and nothing's changed because I haven't had any time to work on it. But today I did have time to work on it. I worked on it for about 3 hours now, and now I got to go change a wheel seal on a truck. So let's go over and see what we got going on. And this morning Zach got all the wire harness underneath all cleaned up and hidden, tucked away. I just have to hook the wiring into the box here and disconnect some wiring out of the sound way in the back to make everything work correctly. But the trailer itself, the box itself, is getting dang near close to done. It's gonna be really easy with the unit too, because we're gonna put a unit on and just swap his reefer doors onto the new reefer, because I just recently painted his doors. So towards the end, everything's gonna really go together fast. It's just this bogey's been kind of a pain in my butt because I just don't have time to work on it like I should. And this is pretty much a wrap for this video. Zach got the truck all pressure washed, clean, got all the mildew and mold off of it. Tried to pressure wash as much of the flaky paint off that he could. And then the stickers that were on here were really sun baked on after many years, but surprisingly he got them off. Surprisingly, I know, crazy. And then he started working on taking like handles and stuff like that off. Yes, we're gonna be putting that stuff on. We're gonna keep it pretty original. We want this to look pretty classic. I want to go into too much detail about what we're gonna all do to it because I need you guys to come back for more videos. And then I was gonna show more of the trailer, but I really don't feel like showing more of the trailer. I know I had several people asking me how we did the lights, like the smooth rail on top. I'm gonna make another video on the trailer, so we'll get to it. We'll get to it sooner than later. I will say we're trying to make a decision on this frame, whether we go black or we might go red with it. Might. The only two things I'm gonna throw out there is the cab's gonna stay white. We're gonna paint it white again. I'm just trying to decide on the frame being like a red or just going black. Black would be easier. I think red would look gooder. Would look better. But yeah, nope. I'm really happy with it. I think it's turning out nice. It's gonna look good. I mean, obviously we didn't do much to it yet, but I can just tell this is gonna look really cool. So anyways, subscribe. Catch you guys in the next one.